Howdy APK game. We're just getting everything set up here. Howdy Saint Tosh. Are you making it from scratch? Anime Textures? Yes, I am making it from scratch right now. We're currently building a game. So we're doing something different than what normal. So this used to be the normal VR template inside of UE5, and now we've switched it around to be a character. So one thing I always recommend, by the way, for making a game or anything in general, is have a core function. So essentially just have a folder that says core and then put all your stuff inside, so like maps and other stuff like that. So inside of our blueprint folder right here, which is the VR player, which I'm willing to show all of this to y'all so that you guys can make games like this if you guys want. Give me a second thinking about it. It always has to think about it. We know how that works. Alright, there we go. So this is essentially just the grab left and grab right function. So this is the right function right here, and then this is the left function right here. So essentially going through this thing right here. Oh yeah, sorry. Alright. Perfect. I could have probably just turned off the music for right this second. Like, what am I doing? Don't know why I just didn't do that. Or turn it down inside of here because you still want to hear the desktop audio. Just turn it down in my music player. There we go. Alright, cool. So, yeah, again, this is the grab left function right here. This is the grab right function right here. Inside of VR player, in the viewport, we see a few different things. So, the first few things that we see are one, the camera, and two, the spheres right here. So, well, the headset camera right here, which we can move up and down if we want, but I'm going to leave it in the same spot because that's what works. Essentially, this will just snap to wherever the headset is. So, if you're like 12 feet tall, which I hope you're not, because that'd be horrible for you, because you'll hit your head on every door. But if you are like 12 feet tall, it'll just snap to where your headset's set on your body, and it'll be a good day. So, what we're doing essentially is we're going through here And we're setting up functions for controller left and controller right. There's collision spheres right here and here. So we can see the colors change, so for left and right. We can also set up like collision spheres for the feet, or the collision spheres for like your body or something. This allows us to do a lot of different things. So essentially these collision spheres can tell us if it's on the back of the controller, on the front of the controller, because we don't really want someone to pick up something from the back of the controller, right? So we can set up a function inside of here, essentially, just to stop people from grabbing stuff on the back of the controller. We can also do another function of making these spheres smaller, and then essentially placing them in the middle of where usually the palm would be on the normal hand. So then it would still be a grippable thing, but they have to get closer to the object to grab it. So that's useful for like climbing functions and all those other things like that. And every time we make an edit, we always compile and save so that nothing ever breaks. Or we don't lose anything if the editor crashes. Because Unreal Engine 5 is, I consider it still in beta because it's crashed on me multiple times. So if we go back into our event graph here, we can see how the movement and locomotion. I just built the very basic movement and locomotion system. So this one right here is grab, again, grab left. So essentially, if the grab left button is pushed, so the grip button on the Oculus controller or whatever controller you have, UE5 actually has all the mappings automatically set up. So if we grab on the left or right controller, for each one, it'll go down to here. It'll get all the overlapping actors from the collision sphere right here, and then that'll essentially send it back here to this array function. And then the array element does it implement this interface, which is the grippable interface, which is right down here again. So if we go back into our core, we see interfaces. We grab grippable interface. And grippable interface is just read-only. I made it read-only for a reason. So I don't edit it, because there's nothing really that needs to be edited inside of grippable interface. So there's just a grab function, there's a let go function. That's it. The grab function just adds a component, and it just adds motion controller. The motion controller component. That's all it does. This is just two basic functions inside of here. The let go function doesn't need any inputs or outputs. The grab function needs an input, so component and motion controller. And then we can see both of these. I haven't added anything inside of here. There's nothing inside of here. I could technically delete these, but I don't want to, because if I ever need to add something like Half-Life Alyx's like grab functions or something like that, or physics, so your hand can't go through an object, that kind of stuff like that. It's just a good thing to have that kind of stuff so you can add it. So essentially, that's the grippable interface right here. Just a chill multiplayer doing quests or some sort of story-based game. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm not actually going to show in these streams. One of them is the 4 to 5 years of just machine learning training that I've done. So when I build a game that that's based off AI, which is what this game is going to be, I don't show the machine learning, right? Because it's boring as shit. So I essentially just spend the time beforehand, make the AI, build the AI, train the AI, and then go through the whole process, right? So what we're going to do later in this is we're going to plug in the API server for the AI. And that AI essentially will allow NLP stuff, so natural language processing. It can do vocoding, so vocal generation, that kind of stuff like that, and everything else that you could think for this. So what we're going to do, essentially, this is going to be a whole open infinite world. It's procedurally generated dungeons, that kind of stuff. It's kind of going to be like Zenith, but on crack. So now I'm only one person, so that does not mean that I'm going to make it exactly like Zenith, especially since Zenith is in my opinion, doesn't look too good. The flow of the game is actually really nice, but it doesn't look like, it's not high laud at all, and that's the way the industry is going. I look for industry peaks and stuff like that, and how everything's moving forwards towards something. Technology is getting more and more powerful. A lot of people now have RTX cards and high power CPUs, that kind of stuff in their machines. Since everything's gotten way cheaper now, so this stuff has become more accessible. So anything like a Steam VR, anything from Steam VR that works with Steam VR that's a headset, is usually a higher power headset either way now. So we are not really limited by what the old restrictions were of HLODs, level of detail, everything else like that. And with UE5 again, well, I actually haven't said this already, but with UE5 in general, the texture streaming budget, which is essentially just the thing that limits every game engine ever, is essentially just infinite on here. If we had a GPU that could do infinite power, we could technically tell the editor to go infinitely powerful and infinite load on the GPU, which we can do, but we're not going to do because that would just burn up people's GPUs. So we're going to do some limiting factors. We're also going to, in these streams, we're also going to initialize AMD FSR. So we know what FSR is, right? Everyone knows what FSR is. If you ever played VR chat with mods, you know exactly what it is, especially if you have an AMD card. You're immediately like, holy shit, we're adding FSR into it. Yes, we're adding FSR into it just for the simple fact to support AMD cards way better than what VR chat ever could think of. We're essentially building the base of a known UE5, UE4 game called Helios, which Helios is fucking amazing. I'm going to be real with you. I play it. It's very awesome. Helios is built out of UE4, UE5. It's built, again, by one developer like me. We're essentially building the base of that, and then we're going to slam AI through it and call it a day. Which is weird to say, because you would think that there'd be a lot more to it. In the simplest terms, that's what we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be grabbing everything essentially that we can from other games, functions, that kind of stuff. We're not actually going to copy them from the game. We're just going to recreate them in the best I can do, and then we're going to slam AI through it, build worlds, that kind of stuff, because open world games are a thing. Open world VR games that are MMORPGs are not really a thing, so we're kind of getting into a niche here. If we can hit the niche before massive amounts of development actually get into this niche, then, you know, the only competitors we really have are VR chat, which VR chat's not really a MMORPG. They're just like an MMO. So they're not really a competitor. Really the only competitor I can see for a game like this that's in VR is Zenith, and Zenith doesn't have high LOD stuff because it supports Quest. We're not really going to be doing full Quest. Sounds exciting. There was an anime I remember where MC in this infinite possibility and admin made a decision like world leaders in real life. You have various possibilities of making titles. Yeah. I do have various possibilities of making titles. I also have infinite anything, right? With AI, you can do a lot of stuff. AI in video games. There's a lot of them that actually are built specifically for this. OpenAI's, I forgot what it's called, but can do a lot of the functions of what we're doing here. I decided to do it myself. That does not mean my systems actually can power the AI. but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our darndest. If I have to, I can get a GPU server to run the AI properly. But for right now, it's just kind of gonna run in the background of my rig here. 3060, 12 gigs of video memory. I should have enough power, infinite power to do it. So, yeah. So essentially, but getting back to the grab left and right functions. So it doesn't implement an interface, grippable interface. We can set essentially any type of object to have a grippable interface. So if we go back to blueprints, grippable actor, that's this actor right here. This actor is grippable. So essentially, if we wanted to, we could change the way grippable actor works. So if we wanted to, we could keep it relative, snap to target. So if we wanted to snap it to like a socket inside of a model, we could snap it to a socket inside of a model. But we don't want to do that. We want to keep it essentially relative to the world, not relative to the player. So that's why we set everything here and here to get, to keep world, so that it's there. So what we're going to do here is I'm gonna go back to viewport here. So we could throw anything we want into this here. So we could, in theory, right, we could change the static mesh to a gun if we wanted to. Or we could change the static mesh to a couch, a door, a flower, right? We could change it to a house for heck's sake. And it would still work, right? It would still function. So it doesn't matter what you set the static mesh as or the materials in it. So make a VR game without a VR headset, like some sort of plugin maybe. You can actually. There's ways to do it. I've personally actually done it. I had issues and problems where I wasn't actually really able to do, a lot of stuff I did because I didn't have a Quest or I didn't have a headset at all. There are like $20 VR headsets. You can use your phone to do VR headset stuff. Essentially, you just want a way to interact with the world, right? So if you have your phone, there's a bunch of applications that can emulate a Quest 2 on your phone, especially if your phone's powerful enough. So you can do that, set it up inside of Steam VR, link it with UE5 or UE4, and then go ham, essentially. Because all you need really is access to the editor to make the game, right? You can build functions and everything without a VR headset. You don't even technically need to do the phone method if you just want to build a game, right? You can build the game and then you can get a select set of beta testers, right? Your friends, family, buddies that might have a headset. You could build the game for their headset, put it on their headset or put it on their computer and be like, hey, beta test this game for me. Tell me what bugs you find. Once you find those bugs, report them back to me. I'll fix them. I'll give you an update. And then go ham again, right? So people can do that. People can go in and out and just make a bunch of stuff. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but hey, what are we gonna do, right? So we're gonna do something interesting here. So inside of VR games, by the way, the player expects everything to be movable. Except for buildings, right? So they see a little pebble on the ground, they're going to want to pick it up. This is where we have grippable actor, right? We can make 30, 40, 90, 1,000 of these things. It won't hamper performance at all. But we can have 90,000 billion of these things, right? So if I go to content drawer right here, I right click and I click duplicate, and we're going to rename this to GRIPPABL rock, right? So that allows someone to grab a rock, right? We're going to close this one. We don't need to edit that one. So now we're going to go back to viewport. We're going to click the thing. We're going to click shape cube. and we're going to set it to a rock, right? So give it a second to think about it, because it's changing. It's changing a bunch of things, specifically the freaking mesh here. Like, what sort of shaders are you thinking of implementing? Cell shader or realistic or something cartoonist realistic like Final Fantasy VII Remake? I'm thinking of cell shaders, because I have plugins that just automatically do cell shading. Because we're hitting a barrier with lighting and stuff like that, like shading, nanite, that kind of stuff. As nanite and lumen don't work inside of the VR mode in UE5, right? So we're kind of limited in what we can do. Either we have to make our own plugin, we have to download a plugin from the UE5 marketplace, that kind of stuff like that. So we're kind of, and I think it's crashed. I think it crashed. Oh no, it didn't crash. Holy shit. There we go. It just has to actually wake them up. Has to wake up my meshes. Yeah, we can do all of that. The problem is doing cell shading makes it look more anime-esque, and we want it to be high LOD stuff. We can do high level of detail stuff, right? But it's still, again, the fact of the matter that we're kind of limited in a lot of stuff. So if we, again, let's say that we built this rock right here, right? We'd have to, this is a rock, this is going to be pick-upable, this is going to be grippable, it's going to allow people to pick it up. There's no gravity or anything yet. We can set it up so there's gravity, though. I think it's just GRAV. Yeah, enable gravity. That's actually on. Why are you not? Oh, physics go brr. Fine then. I will find you. Oh yeah, ray tracing. Ray tracing is a thing, right? We can also do ray tracing, right? So with lighting and stuff, there's a lot of stuff we can actually do. Cell shading and that kind of stuff is more interesting inside of VR, right? Like games like Final Fantasy, that kind of stuff. Games like Legend of Zelda, those kind of games, you can use as much cell shading as you want, because it's not a 3D rendered game, right? So cell shading looks a little weird inside of VR if you don't do it right. I'm thinking about cell shaders though, just for the simple fact of it's just simple and easy. But I'm going for more realism in this mostly. So it's mostly a lot of stuff from Metascans. It's a lot of high LOD stuff. It's stuff that I scanned in real life myself. And brought it into UE5, UE4. So it's a lot of manual, insane stuff, but it should be fine. Plus, we can also do a bunch of this stuff. But yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing when Nanite and Lumen releases is I'm thinking about going down the Nanite and Lumen route of setting it up so it's just automatic, where if it'll do lighting automatically, so it'll be more realistic and everything else like that. Nanite will load stuff kind of like our eyes, because after a certain period, that's another thing I don't want to do, is I want to keep this in a way that people can follow, right? So if I'm going through UE5 and editing its source, then it's not a thing that not everyone, it's the thing that not everyone's going to want to do. It's a thing that not everyone's going to want to be able to, follow. So essentially what we're doing is we're just going to update it through editor revisions, wait till Lumen and Nanite get here, and then we'll think about lighting when that happens. If it doesn't get here in a reasonable time, then we'll make our own nanite and lumen, essentially. Because if we're stuck in that fact of, if we wait too long, there's going to be more of these games, and it's just going to be problematic, you know, that kind of deal. But there's still some stuff that we can actually do, right? So with lighting, inside of the lighting tab here, there's an advanced tab. We can do so much different stuff. So there's dynamic shadows, static shadows. We don't want static shadows. We want dynamic shadows. Because this is a thing that people can move around, right? So if it's in their hand, we want them to be able to move it around, and they want it to cast a shadow properly. So we're going to set that to dynamic shadows. We're going to that's not a translucent material. Okay, cool. So that's actually really all we need to do, is just set it up so it's just dynamic shadows right here. So that, again, it's not doing bullshit with static shadows where they don't move when you move inside the game and everything else like that. So essentially we just want this to be a dynamic shadow. We want them to be able to, you know, just do stuff with it in general, so that they can just have fun, right? Because we don't want players to think about reloading the game every time a shadow is glitchy or something else like that, and we can build lighting systems after that to solve those issues. One thing I actually am going to add is I'm going to add a thing for one of my companies, because why not? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Perfect. There. Beautiful. Also, why is it says it's 1080p? Oh, it is 1080p. Cool. Beautiful. We're gonna set it back to auto. All right. But yeah, we're essentially just going through here and just setting up this mesh right here, and setting up lighting and everything from this. So let's say that we wanted the player, like, to pick up this rock. Well, now they can pick up this rock, right? We're gonna compile, save. We're gonna go and just move, and then we're gonna grab grippable rock, and we're just gonna throw it inside of the game, right? So now this is all we need to do for a grippable rock, right? This is just a grippable rock. You can move this rock. I can lift this rock up. You can move it around. You can throw it. Not really throw it yet because physics are annoying as shit. But yeah, we can set this up so it's there. And with this type of stuff does actually work with nanite and lumen, right? So that's a thing. This is cool. But we can also do a few other things. One of the things I would always recommend is putting good sky into your stuff if you don't have custom sky stuff. So go back to your tab here, go to library. Good sky is like a thing. You know, advanced cell shader light, by the way, you can throw this into your project, set it up easily, it's done. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. We're going to go to good sky. Good sky, add to project, show all projects. We're going to go Infinity Realm, and then we're going to set it to 4.27, add to project. And no, it's not going to like hurt nothing. It actually does still function. We're going to get BP Skysphere. We're going to delete Skysphere. We're going to go to content drawer. We're going to go to content. We're going to go to good sky. We're going to go to blueprints. We're going to go BP good sky and just drag it in. Right there. Cool. Give it a second to load and then it will be a good sky because good sky. Good sky. See? Good sky. And one thing that we can also do is we can also set up the thing here. So there, sunrise in the east, sunrise in the west. Now if we edit to BP good sky, right, give it a second, there we go. We can see how it all works. So it's moon settings, star settings, check if it's effect, directions, lights, all of that kind of stuff. It's so much stuff that we can play with here. Custom style bases, so we can do all that. This is like an insane thing that works really well for what we do, right? So we can technically do a bunch of this kind of stuff. Right now it's at nighttime. We can again enable simulations of components and viewport, so we can simulate a lot of stuff in this, right? So we're gonna turn off simulation actually because I don't need to simulate stuff. But yeah, here's the sun, here's the star mesh. This is sun, this is star. So if it's down here, it's star. If it's right here, it's sun. So we can set up a bunch of stuff, bunch of functions inside of our game in the background to actually do stuff. We don't need to actually edit that script, so we're just gonna do that. So yeah, we're gonna control S. We're gonna control S to save everything. And now we're gonna essentially just hop into the VR side of this and just try to pick up the rock, right? But one thing that we're actually going to do first is we're going to quickly edit the project. We're going to go basic. No, we're going to go shapes. We're going to go cube. We're going to just pull the cube forward. Pull the cube to the side. Pull the cube down. We're going to go down. We're going to make the cube bigger. Go boop. And go boop. Cool. So now we have a cube. We have a cube. Now we can throw our rock on the cube. We can throw our cube on the cube. Right? So now we can throw both of those on our cube. Right? So now what we want to do is again grab our VR headset, stick it on our face. That's like going to be the thing. We're going to take a VR headset. We're going to stick it on our face. We're going to play. We're going to play a little bit of the game. Right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to play a little bit in the game. We're not doing sound design or anything else like that. We're literally just playing part of the game inside of VR. So we're going to wake up both of our controllers here. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. There we go. Cool. Perfect. Beautiful. We're going to play. Play this level in VR. All right. So now we are in VR, and we see our thing. We have our movement, again, this stick right here, left stick. We see our rock, right? And we can pick up our rock. There's our rock, right? There's the rock. Our rock is picked up. Doesn't pick up again, though. So we gotta fix that bug either way. That was a bug earlier in development. But yeah, we see that we can't actually like properly go into things usually, but we can pick up the cube. We can pick up this cube, right? We got that. We got the pickup of that. We can pick up this. We can pick up the cube. We can try to chuck the cube. Cube stops because again, physics are a thing. So it doesn't actually pick up again, and it doesn't reset again for the cube. So. Yeah, we're gonna fix that in a couple seconds here, so let's do a few things. One thing is we're gonna make some more grippable actors. We're gonna add some functions to those grippable actors. So again, the trigger button, if we have a gun, we're gonna need to be able to shoot that thing, or if we have a wand, we need to be able to have some way to activate the wand, and stuff like that. So we're gonna add those functions in, and let's get into that now. Because we're going to do some stuff. We're going to do some stuff. It's going to be some stuff. It's going to be stuff. It's going to be stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to go through a lot of stuff today. And this is like a whole day stream. So we're going to do a lot. We're also going to watch a few tutorials in this stream probably. Because I don't know how to do everything. I know how to do a lot. But I don't know how to do everything. And now my And now my guy is just sliding across the ground. All right, cool. So we're going to edit grippable rock here. And we're going to figure out why it's not happy, right? So we're going to go to event graph here. We're going to see if there's anything weird here. And if you all know what to do in UE5 when something doesn't want to fucking work, let me know. But I don't see anything weird there. But we're essentially just gonna go backwards. We're gonna go to core, we're gonna go to interfaces, grippable interface. We're also gonna go to core, we're gonna go to blueprints, we're gonna go, actually we don't need anything else other than grippable actor, which we can do that one too. But there's not much here to actually edit. Same thing with that, but VR player, I believe is actually in VR player. So we're gonna figure this out. I don't know much about VR grabbing. Is it different than the usual one when we cast some ray to detect object? So we can do that inside of VR. We can have ray casts from our hands to the object and that kind of stuff like that. But I prefer just collision spheres and stuff like that, so it's easier. This is just a problem spawning from me not wanting to deal with the pawn system that UE5 and UE4 have, just because it sucks. But that is a good thing. If you're ever a developer, don't be afraid to go and essentially don't be afraid to go and grab some stuff out of this, right? Don't be afraid, because don't be afraid to grab some stuff out of this, right? Because see, that's where I forgot right here. If other hand was holding this component, clear out our reference to it. I forgot to do that. Yeah. What we can actually do is, if I'm really feeling like I don't give a shit, which I frankly don't want to spend too much time on fixing my grab functions. These are the exact same, except for just the pain and suffering that I have to endure from them. So we're gonna just create matching function in blueprint, confirm, cool, and essentially we're just gonna match them up. So we're just gonna match them up. All right. So we're gonna grab our grab left and right out of here. We're gonna grab our comps out of here, and we're just gonna drag them out for now. Right, and we're gonna just drag this to the side for now. All right. So we're gonna go through and put grab left next to grab left and grab right next to grab right, and we're just going to copy and pasta. So grab left, we're going to bring that down to grab left, grab right, we're going to keep it at grab right, and we're just going to figure this out. So release get try release target is grab component. So again, this is going to be let's go this is a little bit interesting, actually. This doesn't work exactly like... This doesn't work exactly like what we have. Okay. So they have it set up so it's motion controllers instead of collision spheres, which is fine, right? But we're gonna do a few things here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna break that. Gonna break this right here. It's not letting me break it. All right, cool. It's being a pain in my butt. So we're gonna break this down. Essentially, we're gonna make it so it's easily visible because I compacted it kind of. So we want to see where everything connects properly. So cool. Now we can see where everything connects. Beautiful. All right. So try release. Target is grab component. We're gonna do. My brain is hurting, but also not. All right. So if other hand is holding this component, held component left, held component right. We're gonna do. This is gonna be grab actor, right and left. So we're gonna boop. There we go. So we're gonna do grab right actor. So that's gonna be breaking off, and we're gonna put grab right actor in there. And this guy can just be deleted. This guy can be deleted too. And we're gonna go grab left actor. We're gonna copy this. We're gonna paste it, and then we're gonna drag it all the way back up here. So there we go. And we get back. Ba ba ba. All right, cool. And then this is going to be, give me the details. Give me the details. Fine. Pissy. So we're going to essentially. Why are you being such a pain in my butt? All right. So we want this one and this one. I want you to actually try grab. Try grab is fine. Maybe. Alright, so get grab component. So we're essentially going to go yeet, and then we're going to grab these. No. My brain hurts trying to implement them. Alright, I need to see something. Yeah, we're gonna do a small grabbable cube. Nothing inside the small grabbable cube. They just have components. Grab components, static mesh. So grab component. Thing in construction script, and there's just a cube. Just a cube. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I hate this kind of stuff. There we go. Should simulate on drop. Yeah, pretty much. Essentially, yeah, exactly. But the issue with this right here is I use, again, interfacing, and they use components. So trying to move Epic Games' stuff over to everything else just kind of sucks. Because this is an interface. Alright. There's nothing else to it. Getting everything to function properly is also a pain in the ass. Because again, I don't like the pawn system that they have, where it's just a VR pawn, right? If it was a character, it'd be way easier. But actually, I might have an idea. So, actually, I actually do have an idea, maybe. Because, let me look through this blueprint again. Let me see something here. So there's nothing here. There's just a grab component. So if we want functions and stuff and cubes and stuff to be grabbable, it shouldn't be too hard, actually. Yeah, okay, cool. So I actually have an idea now. So we don't actually need to edit anything inside of here. We can technically just nullify this by doing this and doing this. And then we're just gonna put these inside of a comment here, and then this comment is just gonna be dead stuff for now till find use. And we're just gonna make this big, right? Because that's gonna be a lot of dead stuff. Because for now we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna throw this in here. So now, input action grab left, grab right. What we're gonna do instead of completely rewriting this is we're just gonna use it. So we're gonna copy both of these. We're gonna copy and paste them. They're gonna be down here now. We're gonna go boop and go boop, and then we're gonna go boop, and then we're gonna go boop. So now we're just gonna boop, and we're gonna go boop. Cool. So this is just using components and other stuff like that. So again, grab left actor, grab right actor. So essentially what we just want to do is we just want to try grab is a thing. Grab component near motion controller. So that's what this does. Held component left, held component right. So the only thing that we really need to do is we just need to change these to sphere left, sphere right, and again sphere left, sphere right, and we just break this. So we go and we just break this. Oh. So I can't use collision spheres. That's fine. That just makes things a little bit more complicated, but that's fine. Essentially just trying to work with Epic Games is bullshit here. Alright, so let's do this then. So grab left actor, so we're gonna reference our code, or our blueprint again. So there's this, and then get overlapping actors, and then grippable interface. So we are essentially just cutting out the interfacing in general. So we're just going to do that essentially. So we're just going to, yeah, okay, cool. So what we want to do is actually, why? Don't need to do that, because again, we're not doing the interfacing thing again. What am I doing? Why am I being insane? Alright, we're gonna freaking move this. I'm gonna go Control X, and we're gonna go Control V. No. Alright. Cool. Being a pain in my ass again. Control C. Will you work with that? Control V. Thank you. Alright, cool. So we're gonna compile save this. It's pissy. Alright. Could not find a variable named held component right in VR player C. Right. Forgot to move that over. Blueprints. We're gonna go VR pawn again. Annoying ass pawn. And then we're gonna go. Where's the thing? Oh. Let me look at my set functions here. Noted. So okay, I got a better idea. We're gonna go and go like this. We're gonna go copy. We're gonna go blah, 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 and just undo all this, because I actually have a better idea. Because Novus SMRT. So there, we're gonna go boop, boop, and boop. Right, and we're gonna go put another one in. We're gonna go boop, boop, boop. Right. So now we want to change this to, which one is this? Is this right or left? This is right. So we're gonna copy this, we're gonna paste this in, we're gonna drag this. Ah! Gonna just delete. We're gonna go set. No. Pain and suffering. Alright, alright, you're just gonna be a pain in the ass, aren't you? Because of course you are. Promote to variable. There. Jesus. That took way too long. Nova Morning Brain go brr. There, that should work. Cool. Alright, that's That should. That should. It's the key word. Should. Probably not, because my brain don't UE5 very, very often. This is like the real, like, proper first time I've really done a lot of fucking pain. Alright, so one thing we also want to do is we want to do this. So we want to do this. So we want to also add inside of this, we want to add the do nothing, create matching functions, confirm. These ones, alright, so these ones can go boop, cool. Yes, we're aware the Oculus Touch buttons don't have exposed menu functions properly, but I already solved this issue once or twice. We're also going to do we could use teleport, but I don't think I actually care about that part, so that can go bye-bye now. So we're gonna go grippable actor, and then we're gonna go begin play, and then we're gonna go set should simulate on drop, and then yeah, essentially we're just gonna do this. So we're gonna go boop, we're gonna go boop, and then we're gonna go so MU8. That's it? Is that it? No. That should simulate on drop. That's not it. That should simulate on drop. And then the target itself, this is gonna go to here. No, it's gonna go to here. Thank you. And then physics actor is a thing that works. That should be. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go copy this one. We're gonna go copy this one. Copy this one. We're gonna paste that in here. Gonna paste that in the variables. Cool. And then we're gonna go simulate on drop. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna paste that in the variables too. Paste that in variables too. And then we're going to compile. See what errors. All right. Grab component. So you can play target is pain and suffering. This is how developers have pain. We're just gonna plug stat. I can't plug static mesh. God damn it. Delete. It doesn't let me do nothing. Target is grab component. So it is grab component. Okay. Hold on. Thinking go burr. Not blueprint callable. God damn. Get attached parent. I don't need attached parent, technically, because we're just gonna select. Wait, no. It's gonna be. You're gonna drag static mesh into here. That should be the thing. Cool. So static mesh is fixed, or that's fixed. So now, hopefully fixed, in the most hacky way possible. Event begin play. We want to simulate on a drop. So actually, we're going to. Why don't we simulate from let go? No. Also gonna add this in there. Oh, Jesus. Sure. Does that fix the compiler? Hell no. Hell no. Whoo, no. That does not fix anything. That makes stuff way worse. We're gonna delete try grab. We're gonna delete try grab. We're gonna see, does that, okay. Is not a grab component. These are for target must have a connection. Okay, what do you, can I call a connection? Okay, I can call a connection. Cool. So what would I like to call is the question. Because we're in such early stages, I don't know what I want to call. What do I want to call? Actor. Yeah, actually, why don't I just do like... Why don't I just do like... Actually... Is there... What about that? Can I do this? And then I do that? No. Dang. Alright. What if I do? So MULATE. No. SIMULATE. Set simulate physics. delete. You go burr. How about that? Yeah. Does that fix it? No. What can I set as target? Can I set target as static mesh this time? Oh my god, I can. Okay, now compile. I am God. Oh god. Alright. Cool. Oh god. Simulate. Yes, we want to simulate for the body. Static mesh component doesn't that, which inherits from that. You don't need to cast a primitive component. But what if I want to cast a primitive component? Do I not need to cast a primitive component? Can I just do that? Wait, really? Oh shit. I can just do that. Cool. That's helpful. Cool. That makes it much smaller. All right, cool. We're going to compile. Save. No issues there. Perfect. All right, we're going to take off this thing. We're going to put on the headset. We're going to see if we can have grip and if the grip wants to actually properly function. Let's see. Does the grip want to properly function? That is the question of the day that I don't know if I can answer, but we're going to find out. So we're going to go play this level in VR. Alright, we're in VR. Cool. Gonna move around. We're gonna grab. Okay, we're gonna let go. Ooh, why the fuck is my hand moving that way? It seems to think that there's physics on my hand. There's not physics on my hand. We don't need physics on the hand. Oh god. Or is that just a... This might just be a problem Oh, yeah, no, it's just broken. It broke. It broke. It broke. Okay. Noted. Noted. Cool. Alt-tab. Stop. So we need... We're just gonna break this. We're gonna break this. We're gonna break this exec. Can't break the exec, but I can just delete event begin play. Alright, so we're not gonna do nothing with collision right this second, but it does exist when we need it. So cool. Actually, what about on tick? On tick. Vent tick. Does maybe that'll work? Who knows? Right. Alright, we're gonna try that now. Give me my controllers. We're gonna try to grip. Try to grip. Try to grip. Try to grip. Grip. Grip does not work. Grip, 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 grip. Yeah, grip does not work. God dang it. So it is ticking. Alright, we're gonna try to we're just going to try to put primitive component back, right? Because we're going to see. I just want to see something. So grippable actor. Cool. Everything's good on it. We're going to stop the simulation right this second. We're going to play again. We're going to see. Okay. So now I can lift it up. And it works. But it doesn't, okay, cool. I know now enough that I can't use event begin flow. Event. And actually, I can plug from event link go. We're gonna see this real quick. We're gonna see me moving over here using this. Grab, drop, doesn't drop. Alright. Alright! Some more for dangling needed. So it's working, it's just not working. Ah. Yeah, we're just gonna kill that in its entirety. Again, because pain. Alright, cool. We're gonna save grippable rock. We're gonna save grippable actor. We're gonna compile. We're gonna save it. Alright. So there's literally nothing in here other than begin play, event, actor overlap, and tick. So there's literally nothing here except for grab component, right? But if we go grippable actor, so it's as simple as then grabbing these two things and putting them in here, right? Yeah. Actually, no. Hmm. There's also really not much here. Yeah. Yeah. Just, yeah. See what fails. Name grab type, motion controller, BS is held. Yeah. This is C++ and C# half-assed everything. So yeah. Okay, now compile. All right. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? I just did all that, but in the wrong thing. No. Cool. Now compile. Cool. Ah. Cool. Now what we want to do is we want to go grab, try grab, copy, and grab component. We're gonna go this part, we're gonna go functions, we're gonna add it in there, we're gonna save it, enter, and then compile, see what fails. Alrighty. So, it's not motion controller ref, it's motion controller component. So it's just called motion controller. So we're going to do cannot find variable named. All right, cool. So what we want to do, we want to boop, we want to go boop, and then we want to go I can't promote to of course I can't promote to variable. Alright. There's only a few things that are actually broken. So it's actually just 2 things. Holy shit. So we essentially just need to can't promote anything to a variable. Okay. I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna go boop, boop, boop. Get motion controller. And plug it in there. Compile. Nope, still errors. Alright. Okay. So, where are you? The grab component. We're just gonna put this in event dispatchers. I copied you. Copy. Event dispatchers. Paste. Oh. Really? There's nothing in the event dispatcher? Literally just... literally just... rename variable. Whatever. Is there anything special about them? Nope. We love that. We just love that. Alright, event graph, try grab. Okay, that's fixed now. That's fully fixed. This is fixed. So now we just need to store reference to the motion controller that initiated the grab. So essentially we just need to do something. Components. This is literally just motion controller component. It's literally just... It's just this. It's just this. Same thing with these things. These are also being a pain in my ass. Pasted in. Why can't it be pasted into this graph? Why? Attach parent to motion controller. Okay. Okay. We know what we're here. We know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna close it. We're just gonna close it. We're not gonna delete it, but we're gonna just take a chill pill. Right? We're gonna take a chill pill. See, it's entirely broken. Just force delete. Nothing needs to be referenced. I mean, it probably will need to be referenced, but no, it doesn't. It does not need to be referenced. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna take a break from that. We have the original here that is fine. We're gonna take a little break from that, because yeah. We have access to the code in outside of UE5 and UE4 and UE3 1 and 2. We have access to all the source code and everything. I could fix any weird little fucking errors. I just don't have the patience to transfer over every bullshit thing that. So essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get grabbing stuff to function properly. The issue is that instead of, you know, basic normal shit that you would, you know, put inside of a thing, they put some dumb shit. So they put, again, teleporting and all that other stuff like that. It's there we go. Cool, compile. Fuck. They do, but this isn't technically C++ and C#. This is blueprinting. So they're a little different. Blueprinting essentially is just bullshit to make it easier for game developers to do what they need to do. But half the time it's not fucking easier, it's more complicated. I could open this in VS Code or Visual Studio, whatever the heck I want to open it into, and then edit it. But the issue is then blueprinting won't be happy. Because if I try to make a blueprint inside of main code, I'd have to essentially tell it that these boxes exist and where to place them inside the blueprint. Because it'll try to put them like all the way up over in this corner over here. You know, you get the idea. We can edit this right here. You can open up Visual Studio, you can edit it live. Right? It's still a pain in my butt. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to go and get some coffee real quick. I'm not going to end the stream or nothing. Nothing's getting ended. I'm not even going to be that long away. I'm literally just going to go grab a nice coffee out of the fridge and then, yeah, and then continue. I need caffeine so I can be awake and not deal with pain. So I will be right back. Alright, I'm back after getting coffee, and I also took about a minute to actually make a burrito. That's food. Fuel. I need to fuel my brain cells, even though there's not much there. Alright, at least I admit it, unlike Mark Zuckerberg. Alrighty. So, let's get back to the things. The things. Alright, but we're actually gonna frickin' open Discord. I'm gonna bring it to another screen real quick so you guys can't see my Discord. You guys don't need to see my Discord, right? You don't need to see my Discord. I'm gonna go to the Slime VR Discord. I'm gonna see what's popping in there real quick. That's what they're doing. They're doing yoga right now. You're doing fucking yoga right now. That's fine. I don't mind that. I've participated sometimes, but not really much. Cool. All of my things have updated now. Cool. By the way, if you want web hosting, go to kibino.net. It's a good place to go. Get some good stuff there. Make that advertisement bigger so you guys can see it. Perfect. Beautiful. Schmexy. Blah 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 blah. Kind of deal. Alright. Hopefully you guys can't hear the fan that's right next to me. I have a video broadcast running, so you shouldn't be able to, but I still haven't properly found the limitations of the software yet, so. Alright. Movement axis left, snap turn. Don't even think snap turn is gonna actually work, but we're gonna, it compiled, so that's a thing, right? It's compiling. So that's a thing, that works, that's functional. What else are we gonna do? We're going to not do this shit because that shit fucking breaks shit. So, yeah. I don't need to set that, as this will be automatic when I'm done. Alright, cool. Let's give that a fucking try. Doing some of this stuff actually does make me pretty depressed. Just because... depression. Go brr. No, we are not running Unreal. We're running Steam VR. We're not running normal Oculus shit. Thank you very much. Bite me. I'd much prefer to run this through Steam VR, so I don't have the fucking bullshit that I usually would have. Because bullshit. Alright. Alright, cool. We're gonna start this up. Play level in VR. Map turning does not work. Yet. Keyword is yet. So snap turning does not work. Haptics, though, for grabbing do work. So that's good. Haptics are working now. Movement with the right thumbstick does not work. So you go Alt-Tab, stop playing, movement axis, left, snap turn. Target is VR player, yes. Okay. Axis value. Why is it being a pain in my ass? What if I just... Cutting that off from the rest of this. I just wonder. That works. Okay. Stop. Wonder if that was the problem. Nope. I've had this issue already. I want to see something. So we're gonna go and do that. Try that. Okay, I got an idea now. Okay. So it's not working. For no reason other than to just give me the middle finger. Just want to see this. I just want to see if this works. Cancel. Clear. Why did you fail to compile? Come on, man. Fine. Compile. Error. Solves the error. God damn it. Right. Okay. I'm gonna shake myself violently. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna... There. It solves that issue mostly. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna figure this out. Because this is pain and suffering. I'm gonna take the headset off now because I don't need to have it on. We're gonna be doing some more coding and stuff like that. Cause woo. Man, would I love to be continuing to work on Minecraft stuff. But no, my brain wanted to build a game. Woo. I work with AI, not UE. No, I do work with UE, but I don't work with it enough. That's really the reason. It's because I need to learn either way. That's where this whole freaking world's going. So. Alright, cool. This is where we now call... This is where we do this. We pull tutorials out and figure it out. Because I mean, there's other ways, right? I could just go to this guy's thing and get it. Burrito. But I'm not that much of a cheat. I'm here to learn. Not here to give a middle finger to people. So we're gonna learn. You're gonna learn with me. Alright. Turn off this. Let's watch. Bring this to another screen. Or to another screen.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm Jonathan. This is GDXR Learn. I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Chrissy from our Discord server who put together the initial project for this and was able to figure out most of the stuff we're about to do in today's tutorial, as well as allowing me to create a video on it for everyone else. Thank you so much. There's links in the description to our socials. If you head over there and drop some likes, that'll be absolutely awesome. Excellent. Now let's get started. We are going to take a look in this video at how we can set up a smooth locomotion system similar to Half-Life Alyx. could be used for games, architecture, anything really. So first thing we're going to do is let's have a look at what the project is. So as you can see, we have snap rotation enabled, so we can use our right thumbstick to snap rotate. And then if we jump in, you'll see that we've got a flight of stairs, as well as, and we can use our left thumbstick to move forward, back, left, or right. And if we walk up to our stairs, we can actually hop up these. And if we press B on the key, actually B on the right controller, we can jump up and down as well. So we can jump over, and then if we fall off the edge, we can rotate around on the spot. And see that we can't actually walk through objects, but in this case, if we crouch lower than what it is, we can actually move through it. So we're going to cover all of this, as well as how we can grab objects and pick them up while working with smooth locomotion, as normally there's a couple of bugs with that. So let's get started. So inside the VR template, first thing we're going to do is actually open up our project settings. We're going to go to edit, project settings, and then we're going to look for inputs.
I'm going to save all. Oh, I didn't want you to actually close. Pain in my butt.
In here, we're going to add 2 new inputs, as we've already got 4 or 3 of them that we're already going to use. We're just going to reuse the motion controller thumb left and the right ones. So first thing we need to do is go to action mappings, and we're going to create 2, and we're going to name the first one jumping. And
Okay. So we're going to do jumping, and we're going to do sprinting. Sprinting. We're going to go to Oculus hand. No. Let's touch, thank you. And we want this on the right. We're also going to make a left-handed mode, but so we're going to go right, B press, so B press. And jumping is, can't actually select it. Just automatically, because why not? And it's going to be A press. Right, A press. Cool. We can add more in a second here. Don't worry. We're just following along with his thing first.
for this tutorial, I'm going to be using the Oculus Quest. So I'm going to use the touch controls. And for jumping, I'm going to use the right B button, I believe it is. Let's have a look. So yep, the right B button. And for our sprinting, we're going to use the left thumbstick, so we're going to click it in. So we go to Oculus Touch, left, and we'll look for thumbstick. So we've got our 2 custom inputs, and now what we can do is we can actually move.
I hate it when people do a cut like that.
Thumbstick.
Hate it when people do that.
So we've got our 2 custom inputs, and now what we can do is we can actually move over to the motion controller pawn. We can start setting up our blueprints in there. So we go to blueprints, motion controller pawn, like to do all of this down in this area here because it provides some good room. The first thing we need to do here is actually go to class settings, and we're going to change our parent class to character. And what that does is, if you look in our components list, we now actually have a capsule, an arrow component, and a mesh. The arrow and the mesh are hidden by default, but we're going to be using the capsule component quite a bit through this tutorial to get our gravity and our movement working. With our new capsule in place, we can go to our viewport, and what we're going to do is we're going to select our VR origin, and we're going to move this down. I believe it's 90, so it'll be at the bottom of our capsule. And you see here it's a negative 90 on the Z. So we're going to hit compile and save. And now we can go back to the event graph where we start doing some coding. So the first thing we're going to do is actually create a bool variable, so B, and we're going to call this can teleport. We're then going to compile, make sure it's set to false, and if we zoom into our graph, we need to find out where our input action teleport left and input action teleport right is. And what we're going to do is we're going to press B on the keyboard. We're going to create 2 of those for each one. And we're going to plug these into our pressed and released. Like so. And now what we can do is actually use this can teleport.
Yes. I actually have to cut this fucking stream. God damn it. Forgot I had shit to do today. I'll come back in about probably an hour or 2. I have to go to the fucking town and get some food for when the store opens. Oh, god dang it. Alright. Thank you guys for watching this one. I'll be back in a couple hours, so let you know about that. You'll see it when I get back. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. And yeah, have a great day.